Hello everyone, I'm just searching for some random thoughts that just escaped from my personal journal. And I thought that it might be here with you. And yes, I found it here. Please welcome to our podcast with me, Sarah, to discuss topics and share opinions. Whether you start it or they start it. Why do I keep procrastinating? Why do I keep hesitating? And why do I have a doubt on myself? These are some of the questions that I'm asking myself whenever I feel I need to do something, but I don't. And I just really want to know why. Is it my fault or someone else? Thank you so much for listening to this podcast whenever you are, and I'm really glad and happy that I'm here with you again. In our daily life, we all have some goals to achieve, some words to say, and some thoughts to share. But we always say it could be the bad thing to do or the wrong answer to share. So you keep procrastinate and you keep it within yourself, waiting for the right time. I can say that this could not really be the worst feeling. But the worst one is when you see someone else achieving your goals and living your dreams. The dreams that you always dreamed that one day it will be true. But you keep thinking of what others will say and asking yourself the worst question, which is, what if? What if it's not the right project? What if it's the wrong timing? What if it's the bad choice? And hundreds of similar questions. So you just keep yourself, you keep pushing yourself into the toxic area. Why? Because here you will hate yourself and the other person as well. Not because of being jealous of them, but just they came over their obstacles, but you couldn't. It's just like because you don't have enough self-confidence. It will take time, but I'm sure that can make it even if it takes time. Just with some practices and patience, and you will get it. Now, I want you here to stop and bring a piece of paper or just in your phone and write down 3 things you are grateful of doing it. And 3 things you just really want to do it, but you didn't. For some several reasons, of course. Just give yourself some seconds, minutes, or whatever it takes, and hold on until you are done. Now, it's my turn. Let me ask you a simple, deep question. Among your 2 lists, what things do you regret? Are the things you did or the things you didn't do? I would be grateful if you shared with me your answers, whether it was in a comment or in a message. I would just to discuss why you did this and that. If you want, I would be grateful. There was a study. They asked different persons from different ages what most think they regret, and the majority of them said that they regret the things they didn't do. So this is a message from those people. They want us to know whether you are young or old, never mind of what they will say. Because if you did it or not, people, they will talk anyway. Always trust in yourself and remember that most of people regret the thing they didn't do. Now again, let me have a little talk with you, just between us. What is the worst thing that could ever happen to you if you did what you are sure it will make you happiest? I can guess the majority of you will say others' comments, others' opinions, and others' judgments. That's it, just others' things. Now my question to you here is, where is yours? Just think about it. Others' things, other stuff, others' opinions, judgments, comments, they are just temporary. Why? Because if that person just disappeared one day, their comments would just go with them. But your self-comments are the worst. And why? Because it's for life. It could be for life. If you didn't see the problem, solve the problem, it will be for life. And it's always within you and with you. Now, just imagine yourself in every morning standing up in the front of the mirror and you have having that toxic and negative self-talk. I guess you have the conclusion. You will be heard at the end. This is an example that I'm sure the majority of you just have experienced it or in the class and during the course. When the teacher asks a question, you have the answer, but you think it's wrong. You feel shy, and suddenly you hear someone else saying the correct answer, which is the same as yours. But what happened here? Let me tell you what happened just by telling you this difference between the two of you, which is you are scared to say what you have, but the other person just took the action and had nothing to lose. Why you are scared to say what you have? Just because you were asking yourself, like, what if it's the wrong answer? What if my friend mocks me? And while you are like spending your time and wasting your time asking this kind of question, the other person just took like the chance to talk and say what they have. Here, you start promising yourself, okay, next time I will do it. Next time I will speak up. And the teacher asked again the question, another question, I mean, and you don't answer. And you start asking yourself, what is wrong with me? What do I have to lose while others had not? Why do I keep procrastinating? Why do I keep hesitating? And why do I have a doubt on myself? These kind of questions are will just help you to figure out the problem, and why not solving the problem itself. It's the first step to solve the problem, like asking that kind of question, of course. Here, I will not give you tips, but to start, because I know you knew what you should do when you are ready. Whatever it takes, you will do it, and you will assume the results, of course, at the end. So whenever you feel you got the right answer, for example, but you are hesitated, just remember these advices. You have nothing to lose, and try to replace what if with what is the worst thing that could ever happen to me if I did it. And if it's wrong, you will just have an additional experience. And for our last example, an extra explanation to clarify your answer. And guess what? If it's correct, you will just gain more self-confidence and more self-respect. If you feel hesitated, just speak up as if there is no one in the room. And I know, it's not easy, but it's worth. The feeling after not doing what you love or what you feel it's right, it's really hurting, and it's awful to have it always within you and with you. Try to get yourself out of the comfort zone, because if you didn't, you would just always confront that negative self-talk. Just do it because it's worth. And remember, there is no perfect time, project, or person. So whether you start it or they start it. I would be grateful if you leave a nice review or a nice comment in all the platforms if you like this podcast. And yeah, that was all of me today. See you next time. Goodbye.